stories for my Emily Household Reddit Stories podcast that I thought the ones that I didn't finish I'm going to read on here today, because I know you also enjoy my Emily Household Stories. But if you want to see part 1 to this, or if you generally enjoy Reddit story videos, especially long ones, check out my ASMR podcast, where every week I pick a topic and read Emily Household Stories to you guys. So that'll all be linked in the description. I'd be more than happy to see you over there. But for today, we have 5 stories left, and they're all pretty good stories. If I say so myself, I think there's so many bad roommates that the stories that I found are all really, really good, because those are just like the top ones that come up. But let's just get straight into it. The first story is called "Am I the asshole for turning off my alarm in the morning, resulting in my roommate missing her first class?" So this just happened about an hour ago, and I need some confirmation that I'm not in the wrong here. My 21 female roommate, 20 female, and I are living in the same college dorm together. While we don't share a room, our rooms are adjacent to one another, and the walls are pretty thin, so we can hear each other pretty easily through them. My first class on Monday is normally at 9 in the morning, but today I woke up a little bit before my alarm, around 7:45, and checked my emails to see that it was cancelled because the professor is sick. Since my next class wouldn't be until 12, I turned off my alarm and fell back asleep. I woke up around 9:30 to the sound of my roommate rushing around and being pretty noisy. I knew she had a class at 9 AM too, so I was curious as to why she was still here. I got up out of bed and walked out into the hallway between our rooms and saw that she was frantically running around trying to get ready. As soon as she saw me, she got this scowl on her face and angrily asked me why my alarm didn't go off. I told her my first class got cancelled and that I wanted to sleep in a little. Then she tells me that, thanks to me, she's super late to her first class. Apparently she relies on my alarm going off in the morning rather than setting one herself. I had no idea that this was the case, and still don't really understand why she doesn't have her own alarm set. I tried to apologize, but she was too preoccupied and seemed to be ignoring me. After a few minutes, she was out the door, and since then I've been sitting on the bed wondering if I'm really the asshole here, or if she's only got to blame herself. Not the asshole. I feel worried was not the asshole. I feel like it's pretty obvious. Don't apologize. Your roommate's in the wrong. Why does she rely on your alarm? Like, I don't get it. I would never, never, never trust in someone else to put an alarm on. I'm like one of those people who has like 7 alarms set, so that's 100% her fault. Also, it's not that bad missing a class, like, jeez. Who cares? I don't know, if it was like an exam or something, I get that she would be like really frustrated and maybe say like things that she doesn't mean like that, but come on, why would you rely on hearing an alarm like through the door? What if like OP's phone would die overnight or something, whatever, she has her alarm set on. There was like a power outage and the alarm got reset, whatever. She didn't even, it's not even like she knew that her roommate was listening to her alarm. So, no, not the asshole, obviously. Top comment is, I try to apologize. No, at 20, she can set her own alarm. There was no communication from her. She relied on your alarm. She wanted to blame someone other than herself for something that is 100% her fault. Not the asshole. This OP, do not apologize. Not the asshole. Alarms come free on mobile phones, and she's a grown-ass woman who can set her own grown-ass alarms. Yes. 100%. Someone said, and this got a lot of awards, you're the asshole to yourself for apologizing when you did nothing wrong. It just gives people the message that you're an easy target to abuse. The fact that you've even are debating if you're the asshole shows you need to work on your assertiveness and esteem. None of this is criticism. I found this from my own negative experiences. Your roommate is ridiculous and entitled, not the asshole. Yeah, not the asshole. I don't know. I don't think in any scenario she would be the asshole. I think maybe she said she posted that so quickly, like an hour later. I think maybe her roommate is gonna notice it and is gonna come back and apologize. That's what I hope in this situation, because that would hopefully clear the air a bit. But the roommate definitely overreacted, but maybe just because she was really stressed. She was really late. Sometimes that happens, that you're so stressed that mean comments kind of like slip your tongue without you even thinking about it. So we'll see. I hope she apologizes, but yeah. Next story. Again, a lot of upvotes. Am I the asshole for not accommodating my roommate's medical needs? I live in a house with 2 other people. We're all 21. It's around 75 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so our thermostat has been around 69 to 74, depending on the day. One of my roommates has been steadily increasing the temperature every day. I'd come home to it being at 78 degrees, then 80 degrees, and then 85 degrees, and today it was set to 90 degrees. When she set it to 80, I texted her and asked if she could keep the house at a comfortable temperature because it was really getting hot. She didn't answer. When she set it to 90, I asked her in person if she could please stop turning it up so high that our house was becoming a literal sauna at this point. She started yelling at me, calling me an inconsiderate bitch, and said she had a medical condition that required a warm house. She had never mentioned this before, even when we talked about the thermostat temp when we all moved in. I told her that 90 degrees on a 75-degree day is ridiculous and could potentially be dangerous. She started mocking me, saying I just didn't want to sweat and I was too sensitive. We were arguing, and our third roommate got involved. He said he understands where I'm coming from, but as has no obligation to tell us her medical issues, and we need to respect her needs. I feel like while she isn't obligated to tell us about her medical information, if she truly needs to live in a 90-degree house, that should absolutely be discussed beforehand, and she shouldn't assume others are okay with it. Eventually, we agreed to keep the temp between 70 and 75. Things are tense now. S thinks I'm an asshole, and the other roommate thinks I'm being inconsiderate. I feel like I'm going insane. Am I the asshole for not accommodating my roommate's medical need for hot house? No, not the asshole. Was there a vote as well? Tell me what medical need would require a hot house. I've never heard of this. What do you mean? What medical need would require a warm house? And then, lady, get a damn, plug in the wall heater. Put that in your room if you've cold, have that on. I'm actually not quite sure about, how warm is 75 Fahrenheit, because we are in degrees. I don't know. But it's still ridiculous. It sounds like 75 is really warm if that's outside. Don't heat the house. I feel like that should be seems like that's warm, and she wants it even hotter, like, because they tried to cool it down a bit in the beginning. So I'm assuming this is in summer, and she wants it even warmer. So, you know, like, that's a bill also that needs to be discussed, and that's just actually, like, it's crazy. Like, let's see comments. Top comment is not the asshole, and honestly I'm calling bullshit on this supposed medical condition. I'll put on some extra clothes. Actually, OP, have you considered at-home nudity here, given how hot it is in the house? OP says, ha 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 ha, I have not, but I might have to for my medical need to not die of a heat stroke. Yeah, boy. Okay, someone comments to this, saying some medical conditions do make it hard for your body to regulate its own temperature or make you feel cold at all time. Where I live, some people are even eligible for like energy, money, help or something. I legit struggle with it, but also never make it anyone else's problem and would never move into group housing without mentioning it and then force a bunch of people to sweat. At least a few times a week, I let my husband know to change the temperature if he needs. Me having no idea if the weather's cold or if my body is being a jerk. Okay. Okay, someone also said to that, I just wanted to let you know that such conditions do exist, and sometimes putting more clothes on doesn't help. I happen to have Raynaud's, which is one of the condition which causes the circulation to get shut off. Basically, frostbite in only slightly chilly conditions or through vibration. If someone somewhere can explain why I get frostbite in 9C far faster than at an air temperature of -20 Celsius. I'd really like to hear it. It's infuriating. It takes a while to get the circulation to be restored to my fingers once they're air triggered. I still agree that the roommate is the asshole. She's been passive aggressive with the thermostat and had been petulant about the whole thing. If she needs some accommodation, then she needs to be up front of it. Yeah, okay, so apparently there are some medical conditions that do require that. Okay, but shouldn't you have mentioned that, like, in the beginning? Shouldn't that be a thing? You should, like, straight up let someone know. I do just, of, like, the situation, call bullshit on her saying that. Because, I don't know, obviously she doesn't owe you an answer about a medical condition, but just her just, like, all of a sudden having it and, like, not wanting to say what it is just makes it really, really sus. Like, really, really sus. So I feel like she should have been like open with it. If it was actually a thing, I should have said it from the get-go, because apparently they did talk about it. And obviously OP is not the asshole. I don't know why the roommate is so like lenient and just goes with it. It's a bit weird. It just seems like she wasn't happy with the temperature and then wanted it a lot hotter. But then, you know, put your own heating in the room. Talk about it to your roommates, and not do this like sneaky thing of like heating up the rooms without telling anyone else. And that's really hard, so please just don't. I don't know. Iffy. Not the asshole though, obviously. Sorry, by the way, I just called that there's some light sometimes flashing. That's just because I have a blanket in front of the window to block the lighting. But it's been super windy today, so I think sometimes it like blows up a little slit and then there's just like a little slight sliver of sun like now flashing in. I hope that like calms down because I can't fix that anymore. So I hope it works, but sorry if anyone feels annoyed about it. But the next story is called Am I the Asshole for Telling My Bitchy Roommate About the Job I've Lined Up for After College? I, 21 female, hate my college roommate. She's the type of antisocial, nerdy person who thinks they are superior or something for not going to parties or having a social life, which she says is a distraction from studying all day. Basically, we have a physical line drawn down the room because of our issues, and I'm just waiting for her to cross it. I know she will because she's noisy and tries to look through my property. I came back from a party and she said passive aggressively, good God, I hate people always blasting their music on Friday nights when I'm trying to study, and started gripping about how the library is closed on Friday nights, so she has nowhere to study alone in silence. I said, why? FOMO, and she snarled, no FOMO here. It will be the idiots partying who feel FOMO when it's time to find a job after graduation. She has nonsense like this all the time, when most of the kids who go to parties are doing a lot better than her at almost everything. I informed her that I have a 6-figure job lined up after graduation. My summer internship gave me a job offer, and I definitely didn't get it by studying alone in my room. In fact, it wasn't even publicly listed. I was referred by my close friend who, guess what, I met at a party. I pointed out that she also has a high-paying job lined up, as do lots of these kids I go to parties with, so I guess my roommate hasn't used her time in college as effectively as she thought. She said I'm a bitch then, and she hates me and everyone like me, and I was like, oh honey, I hate the world if I have to waste my time in college just studying. Seems that hasn't gotten you a good job yet. We are no longer speaking. Okay, that is a bit petty. Top comment is, God help both of your future employers. Such immaturity is not going to get either of you very far. So maybe grow up and let it be with no judgment, and vice versa. Yeah, overall vote on this story is everyone sucks here. Which, yeah, they're having some really petty Wattpad drama. Sorry. Yeah, all the comments are kind of like, both of you need to mature and grow the hell up. Cutting rooms down the middle. You aren't going to do well in corporate world because that is something siblings would do. I'm just waiting for her to cross my side. A12. If I was the employer you have, and if I saw this, I would rescind the offer. Someone else said, bro, she literally said the roommate goes through her belongings. Like, yeah, I'd have a physical fucking boundary too if I can't trust my stuff not to be looked through. Also, after fucking months of being talked down and ignored, it is boiling over. It's not immature, LMFAO. What was immature is the constant shit talking by the roommate who could have just shut the fuck up about their disdain for parties / loud music. I don't know. I feel a bit torn because I do think OP who posts about this isn't the actual asshole here. Yeah, everyone sucks, but I think the actual underlying asshole is the roommate, because the way she says it, right, which obviously you always need two sides, is kind of like that she's been going through her stuff, that she's making like offhandish comments, and if I wasn't, I am in college, I am at university, I'd stay and live with a roommate. But if I would have someone constantly like tell me that like partying and stuff and my way of living isn't good, isn't like their perfect way of living, that's just so passive aggressive that I think I would like blow up at some point as well. Is it childish? Yeah. Is it immature? Maybe. I don't know. What else do you want to do? You kind of live with that person, not by choice. So you kind of have to make your way with that person, and standing up for yourself is never like really wrong. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to say. I feel like OP is maybe not the asshole. It's a slight bit from everyone sucks to not the asshole. Could she have handled it more like grown up-ish? Maybe. Are they still in college and she doesn't have to be like that grown up yet? Yeah, also. And say it in a bit of a weird way. Yeah. Did she just try to defend herself from getting passively aggressively attacked all the time? Yeah, I think so as well. I think this is a typical case of, Fred being a bit overly judgy here, but everyone sucks, I feel like, is appropriate here. She could have handled differently, but also, how else do you expect a college kid to react to that? I think that would have been honestly my genuine reaction. Just kind of like slap back and be like, yeah, like, look, like, I have all this, what do you have? And she isn't wrong. Just sitting at home might give you like good grades, maybe, not granted, but a bit is always like natural talent, and especially in a field where you have to work with people or like corporate jobs, the more people you know, the more connections you have with other people, the better it is. I know with like studying law and stuff, what you want to do is go to these parties, because that's where you meet all your future potential allies with. You never know who's going to be a judge from these people you party with. You never know who's going to be in a position to give you a benefit in the future. That's literally why like portals like LinkedIn and stuff are like so big and are such a benefit. So I think to roommate is definitely really being mean here. Seems like, she's maybe really shy. I don't know, she has a hard time finding people. Yeah, honestly, she's like the big arsehole here, so I feel like OP is not the arsehole too. Everyone sucks. Could have handled it differently, but I feel like fair play. I would have done the same thing, personally. So, yeah, I don't know. It does remind me a lot though of like a teen movie to like a Wattpad story. It's just like that typical trope of the party girl living with the nerdy girl. Do you know what I mean? And then they like have a bit of bickering, and then the popular girl gives the nerdy girl like a makeover and shows her that there's more to life than just studying. Honestly, this is a personal opinion for me. I kind of made the experience in my uni and school time as well that sitting at home and just studying isn't gonna get you a lot. Obviously that's personal preference as well, but you miss out on a lot of things if grades are your only concern. And especially from what I know from school, so there's going to be a little bit of an excursion in my personal past. I went to an all-girls school, and that was quite, it's kind of like a lot of underlying drama, not gonna lie, but there were pretty mixed girls. They were like more like party girls, and mind you, we're all under 18, right? But in Germany you can drink when you're 16. You can drink non-hard liquors, so wine, beer, and like champagne and stuff. So partying in Germany being a little earlier, so we had that separation a little earlier as well. And there were girls who were just sitting at home studying in, high school, which good grades can get you somewhere, but if I look at the grand scheme of what those people are doing, what the people are doing that partied a bit more, is really not a difference. Maybe even more to the benefit of the people who actually did go out more, come out more. So I don't know, but honestly, it's personal preference. But shitting on the lifestyle from the other person isn't going to get you anywhere. It just seems a bit like jealous. But from my experience, the girls I've talked about, they're like 3-4 particular girls in my class that I think about, and they always felt like really superior for their studying well. It's like really bad, but if I'm like remembering correctly, like in our high school finals, the final rankings, one of those girls was really good, but the other were more like intermediate in the end, and a lot of people, including me, who partied a lot more, were a lot better, so I don't really get the point of shitting on all this, and then you can't even like pull through your grades. Okay, I hope this isn't like too controversial of an opinion. It's kind of just like my own experience. I don't know if it's like coming from like being really introverted, being really shy, but like just sitting down and studying. It could also come from like a background where, you know, opportunities weren't handed out on a gold plate. I know a lot of people have to work really, really hard to get into college to get good jobs, so it could be very frustrating for them to see other people just, you know, wasting their time with partying and stuff. But I think you need a good balance with this, because otherwise it doesn't get you anywhere. And yeah, shitting on other people's lifestyle is always also not getting you anywhere. It just makes you enemies. So I feel like these two need to talk it out, get along. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say that is. It's like I went on a bit of a ramble here. The next story is called "Am I the Asshole for Demanding My Roommate's Girlfriend Repay Because She Drank All My Camel Milk?" I really enjoy camel milk. Unfortunately, it's very expensive. I am able to get a discount since I know the producers, but it still costs me about 40 Australian dollars per litre. In other places, it can cost like $90 per litre. You guys remember the Miss Piggy store from like 5 years ago? Yeah, I'm in a similar situation. The Miss Piggy story, not store, sorry. What story is this? I'm in a similar situation. My roommate's girlfriend acts an actual pig. She makes actual pig noises and thinks it's funny. She makes messes she won't clean up and eats my food. I've repeatedly told my roommate to get her girlfriend to stop, but he doesn't do anything. I've seen her eating my food like 4 times, and she's always like, "I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm so hungry." I called her fat fuck the last time she ate my food. That should stop eating and get on a diet, and she cried, and my roommate was fucking pissed. We argued, and now our neighbors threatened to call the police. Jesus, what's going on here? Okay. So I'm in the process of getting a mini fridge which I can lock. I shouldn't have to do this. It's fucking ridiculous. I had the camel milk in the regular fridge. I had nowhere else to put it, and I come home to see that she uses most of the container to pour it in some cereal. She then throws the rest of the milk away. I was so fucking pissed. I was cursing and screaming at her, and she has the audacity to just say, "It's just milk, I'll go buy you some." I show her the price and she refuses, saying I shouldn't waste so much money on milk. I threaten to call the police, so she hands me $60 and says I'm a massive jerk. My roommate chases after her. I told my uncle who's the landlord, and he decided to start the eviction process for my roommate, who's now fucking pissed at me. Am I the asshole? I don't know. The overall vote was not the asshole, but how is he talking to her? I feel like it's more a bit of an everyone sucks situation here, because you should not call her like a fat fuck and like how and that she should get on a diet and stuff. Obviously, she should not eat your stuff, not drink your stuff. She needs to repay you. Really, really obvious here, I feel like. But, you know, don't sink so low and say mean things, you know. Don't go down to her level. So, I don't know. Top comment is not the asshole. Calling her fat fuck was a low blow. And it wouldn't be surprised me if you get some everyone sucks you words because of it. But in my mind, her assholeness handling of all this is far worse. And really, it was background here, not related to the milk incident that you are asking about. You need to be comfortable in your own place. She clearly makes it so you are not. Yeah. Someone said thieves don't get immunity from insults which match their crimes. I guess so. I don't know, you could be more polite. It's kind of like the more nicer thing to do, you know. But I would be very, very annoyed at this happening as well. Someone said, not the asshole, she shouldn't steal your food after repeatedly asking her not to do so. They are not your problem now. Yeah, I feel like there is already a given solution to it with the landlord, the uncle, throwing them out. So I hope everything will be fine. You got your money back, at least you got the $60. So I hope this will be alright. It seems like the problem is already resolved, but I feel like, you know, okay, you're like not the asshole for wanting the money back. It's a bit asshole-ish what you said though, but we're just gonna ignore that for now. The next story and the last story for today is, am I the asshole for telling my roommate that they can either move out in 2 months or my fiance and I will be moving out in 1? My fiance and I came to this decision after months of dealing with the stress our roommate has caused us. This all began a few months ago when our roommate was having relationship issues with her girlfriend. Our roommate was generally being terrible to her girlfriend. For example, blaming her girlfriend for her own issues, etc. This naturally led to her girlfriend to breaking up with our roommate. Our roommate then started meddling in my fiance's nice relationship and tried to convince me to kick out my fiance on multiple occasions while insisting it was my idea. My fiance and I almost broke up as the result, but came to realize that the advice our roommate gave us, both individually, seemed to be with the intent of pitting us against each other. Eventually, we had had enough and began putting out some boundaries with our roommate to hopefully mitigate things, save our relationship, and create a less stressful environment for us. We started meal prepping as well, which led us to having our own separate grocery list from our roommate. We all came to an agreement that my fiance and I would take care of our own groceries, and our roommate would take care of her groceries in return. Following this, our roommate began to tell her and I's co-workers that my fiance and I were threatening her, like her abusive mother did. Our roommate and I work at the same place. I heard and told our roommate to knock it off because that was home business and I didn't think it belonged at work. The gossip continued nonetheless. We told our roommate that we were beginning to become uncomfortable with our living arrangements with her. Our roommate asks us for 2 weeks to improve and then have us make a decision, and we obliged. We told her that if we were still in this uncomfortable living with her after 2 weeks, then we planned to move out in a month after that, or our roommate would have 2 months to find a new place, and our roommate. Last night, our roommate wanted an answer with 2 more days of that 2 weeks remaining, so we told her that she was doing a fair bit better, but that this was a personal journey, so getting better that our roommate was taking. We no longer wanted to be this closely a part of that journey, and we would still like to go through with our 1 month or 2 month plan. Our roommate instantly broke down, had a panic attack, grabbed her keys, left, and didn't come back until early this morning. She refused to give us an answer as to whether or not she wanted us to leave in a month, or if she'd rather leave herself in 2 months. Now I and my fiance, to a lesser extent, are worried that we're the assholes here. We made this decision for our well-being, and an unfortunate consequence of that is that our roommate or us will have to find a new place. Overall vote is not the asshole. The comment is not the asshole once she started manipulating your relationship. That's it. Comment on that. Right, I'm shocked OP even tried to give it a go after that, although people are hung up on the terms of the lease in light of it. If the roommate wanted to force them to keep paying rent please, so be it. But I don't know how anyone could possibly expect them to keep living there if they had another option. Or why Rumi hasn't made any preparations for this possibility, apart from sheer refusal to accept that there are consequences from trying to break up someone's relationship and then accusing them of abusive behaviour, for no longer having any trust in them after that. Yeah. Other comment, not the asshole, just move out. Don't let safe housing be in limbo because of her. Misery loves company and she's trying to attack you inside and outside of your home. Yeah, I reckon as well. Just get your own place. It doesn't seem worth it. It seems like it came a bit out of the blue for her. So I don't think she's in a place to clearly talk to her and make a decision about your 1 month to 2 month plan. I'd say just move out. You have a lot of stressful and negative thoughts and situations connected to this place, so I think in the end it would be better for everyone if you would just be the bigger persons and grab your stuff and get out of there, and at least I'm sure you'll find a lot nicer place where the two of you can build a new home without that negativity. Because honestly, what the hell, trying to break up a couple, that's some mean shit to do. And then also saying things like that at your joined workplace, it can be really hurtful to the other person's reputation. And imagine you lost your job because of that, or you're not gonna get a promotion because your boss somewhat thinks that there could be a truth about it, or just has it in the back of his head. So no, I think you're really wise there, splitting from your roommates, and honestly, just pack your things. Don't make it her decision. Just take your things and leave. I think that your house, or wherever you live, is that amazing. Just get a new place. Try and figure some way out to with the least thing, and no, just do that. I think that's my advice. I think this is just a really an annoying situation, yes, but one you can just get out of, pack your things and leave. I think that's just the absolute easiest thing to do. But you guys, I have now talked for so long. I